of magic. As a concept, NLP first appeared in the book The Structure of Magic by Richard Bandler and John Grinder, published in 1975. I was only 5 years young at that point of time. Listen to this video very, very carefully.
The Mahabharata is what's happening inside of you, inside of every human being. So it's a representation of what's happening inside of you. Dhritarashtra is a blind king and he's essentially your brain. The brain doesn't see anything, it perceives every sense that comes to it, which is why Dhritarashtra is a blind king and he represents your brain. The 100 Kauravas are nothing but the negative emotions and feelings that play on this blind brain. And you know how they affected Dhritarashtra to take the decisions that he took. Now, if you want to defeat these negative influences, you have the 5 Pandavas. And the 5 Pandavas are nothing but your 5 senses. Every human being has just 5 senses. Right? Now the question then is, who is Draupadi? Draupadi is purpose and passion. It's not enough just to have your 5 senses. It's important that the 5 senses are working together on a common purpose. In the story of the Mahabharata, Draupadi opens up her hair and says, I'm going to tie this only with the blood of Duryodhana. And she puts all the 5 brothers on one task. Right? And so that's purpose, that's passion. And Krishna is the Sarathi, the conscience, the guide. I've always, of course, been intrigued by who's Karna, because he was the eldest brother, but he ends up on the wrong side and he dies. Karna, my friends, is ego. Every individual has an ego. And if you don't kill the ego, if you think about success in your personal life or your professional life, what comes in between all the time? Somebody's ego.
Good. So here we go. What's important here is that whatever I'm going to share with you, you may be aware of everything, or you may not be. What's important is that just make sure that you listen to next half an hour or maybe next 20-25 minutes with full attention without applying any kind of judgment. Just pure listening. And the question that you need to ask yourself while you listen to me at every step is, with this new information, with this new awareness, what do I see possible for myself now? Okay, so here we go. What do you see in this picture? Can you guys type out and can I see that? You can type in the chat box. Is if it is working fair and if it is not working, it's okay. So
the chat should work ideally.
It should work. I am unable to see them. That's what I'm saying. If they're chatting, if they're typing anything there. It's okay. It's okay. So let us come back. So what we see in this picture is fundamentally, many of you, what you might be seeing is a fish at the bottom, a boat here, and there's something on the boat, a kind of snail, and there's a couple of trees over there. There's a land piece of land over here, and some birds are there, and there's some land on the other side. Right? So many of you may be just seeing this. Cool. Now let's see what is visible here. What do you see here? We can see a bird. We can see the beak of the bird. And we can see there's something in the beak of the bird. The claws have turned, the trees have turned into claws. The birds are now flying in the right direction. They are not upside down. And something which was a land on the other side is now showing up as a water body. Okay, so what essentially is we need to focus here is this. It's the same picture with 2 dimensions. And what does that mean? It means When I change the way I look at things, when I change the way I look at things, the things I look at change. The things I look at change. And this is a famous quote by Dr. Wayne Dyer. It's almost 30 years back. He talked about this and it is still relevant today. Now, why I'm saying so? Just listen to this conversation. When you replace negative with not so positive, what happens? It doesn't remain negative anymore. It becomes positive, isn't it? When you replace bad with not so good, what happens? It doesn't remain bad anymore. It becomes good now. May not be that good as you are expecting, but at least it has moved to the good zone. Same thing with sad. When you say not so happy, it moves to the zone towards happiness. And it's like replacing problem with the word challenge or opportunity. So what we are essentially doing is we are replacing negative word with positive words. So if we imagine the effect of the ripple effect of negative words and ripple effect of positive words. Just simply replacing, reframing the same sentence, using some beautiful opposite words makes a whole lot of difference. So positivity is all about mindset, nothing else. Is the lens through which you see the world. You got that? Replacing negative with not so positive, replacing good, replacing bad with not so good. Simple thing. It's like saying like, okay, I'll try, and then you ask that person, will you try or you will do it whatever it takes. Small difference. So that's the lens through which you see the world. So how mindset influences you? It influences your thoughts. So your thought patterns and beliefs gets influenced. Just imagine replacing sad with not so happy. Kya ho raha? What is happening? Aren't you feeling a little happy now? Then it impacts your feelings, your emotions and reactions. The way you are going to react is dependent on the words that you're using in your communication. And it also impacts your behavior, the decisions and actions that you take and make. It influences you as well. That's how a mindset influences you. So let's see how we can use this beautiful technology of mindset to influence our thoughts, actions, feelings, behaviors from a negative to a positive zone. And as we move there, our next job is just to maintain it, create the ripple effect, and create a life that you love to have for yourself. So here we go. Scarcity mindset is the first thing which is happening in most of us. That is the bottom line. You cannot go beyond that. That's the bottom line. A scarcity mindset is a belief that there are limited resources available and therefore you must compete with others to get what you need. This mindset often leads to feelings of fear, anxiety, and stress. People with a scarcity mindset tend to focus on what they don't have rather than what they do have. Okay, by the way, many of you may be taking notes. You don't need to take notes. I will share this PDF file of this PPT with each one of you. So instead of taking notes, just pay your full attention to the presentation. Okay. Now, how do you know whether you have scarcity mindset or not? What are the checkpoints? Fear of loss, constantly worrying about losing what you already have. Hoarding, like difficulty sharing resources or possessions. Competition, viewing others as threats rather than potential collaborators. Short-term thinking, focusing on immediate needs rather than long-term goals. And jealousy, resenting the success of others. If you are having any of these characteristics, it is quite possible, it is likely that you are having a scarcity mindset. However, nothing wrong with that. This is just being aware of what is going on. From scarcity mindset, we move to the next positive zone, and that is fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that your qualities like intelligence or talent are static and unchangeable. People with a fixed mindset often believe that you are either born good at something or you aren't. They tend to avoid challenges, give up easily, and see effort as a sign of lack of ability. Now, how do you know that whether you are a victim of fixed mindset or not? Listen to this carefully. I use the word victim. A victim of fixed mindset or a victim of scarcity mindset. So let's see what are the characteristics. Belief in innate abilities like talent and intelligence are fixed at birth. Fear of failure, avoiding challenges to protect self-esteem. Focus on providing oneself, proving oneself, constantly needing validation from self or others. You know what I'm talking about here, right? All these social media apps, you post something and you expect somebody to show the thumbs. Sometimes you even count how many people have done that. Imagine if somebody just shows a thumb down, what's going to happen? How it impacts your thoughts at that point of time. And this is called attention. And this is itself, this attention itself is a $1 trillion economy today. $1 trillion economy. The entire world is focusing on this one word, attention. So constantly needing validation from self or others, followed by effort is unnecessary. It's a belief that success is solely based on talent. Whoever has talent, it's quite likely he is going to be successful. So if you are an effect, if you have any of these qualities, it could be possible that you have a fixed mindset. Chances are there. If it's not, you are really lucky. Followed by average mindset. Now, this is a better version of fixed mindset. An average mindset is characterized by a lack of ambition or drive to exceed the norm. People with an average mindset tend to be comfortable with mediocrity and may resist stepping outside of their comfort zone. Now, how do you know whether you have an average mindset or not? So let's see. Fear of failure is one of the key characteristics of an average mindset. Avoiding challenges to maintain the status quo. Low expectations, believing that average results are sufficient. Lack of ambition, not setting high goals or striving for excellence. And blaming external factors, attributing failures to circumstances rather than personal actions. So if you have any of these traits, chances are there you are having an average mindset, but still it is better than scarcity and fixed mindset. Okay. Now here comes the magic. The magic of life actually begins from here. Because all these three types of mindset that I discussed, they are not positive mindsets. Naturally, you are absolutely clear about it. And scarcity mindset or fixed mindset or average mindset, you cannot produce great outcomes with that kind of mindset. So magic of life begins from here. And this is where neuro-linguistic programming makes all the difference. Okay, here we go. So the next mindset that we are going to talk about is growth mindset. Your journey of the positivity, journey of ripple effects of positivity starts from here. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. People with a growth mindset view challenges and opportunities to learn and grow rather than threats. They believe that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. So let's see whether you have a growth mindset or not. People with growth mindset, they believe in development. Abilities can be improved through effort and learning. They believe this. They're ready to embrace challenges. Challenges are seen as opportunities for growth. So they do not see problem anywhere. For them, everything is a challenge. Learn from setbacks. They're ready to embrace failures and they view them as learning experiences. Persistence, effort, and dedication are key to success. That's what they believe. And they act also accordingly. They're always open to feedback. For them, feedback is not criticism, but something on which they can work on. It's a willingness to learn from others. So, if you have any of these traits, you are among those who have growth mindset. Okay, let's move to the next level. And when you have ripple effects of growth mindset, you move to this kind of mindset, which is elite mindset. Now, an elite mindset is a combination of a growth mindset and an exceptional level of ambition, determination, and focus. Can you connect? Can you connect with growth mindset and elite mindset? It's a combination of growth mindset and an exceptional level of ambition, determination, and focus. It's the mentality of high performers who consistently strive for excellence and are willing to go beyond the ordinary. Beyond the ordinary. We just started this whole session with that word extraordinary. Extra is that thing which makes an ordinary thing extraordinary. That little thing, that little one thing which you just practice every day, that makes you extraordinary. Now, how do you know whether you have elite mindset or not? Unwavering belief in potential. People with elite mindset, they believe in these things. Unwavering belief in potential, a deep-seated conviction that they can achieve extraordinary things. Extreme focus and discipline, an intense concentration on goals, and a relentless pursuit of mastery. Resilience and perseverance, the ability to overcome setbacks and maintain a positive outlook. In fact, I say it's from setback, we are moving to come back and then bounce back. That's the quality these people have. Competitive drive, a strong desire to be the best and outperform others. Continuous learning, a relentless pursuit of knowledge and skill development. And obviously, risk taking attitude, a willingness to step outside of comfort zones to achieve ambitious goals. So, I believe you have already demonstrated this in some time in your life, if not every time. So, you have already tasted this elite mindset sometime in your life. All right. Let's move from here to the next one, which is abundance mindset. Can you see the connection from growth to elite to abundance? An abundance mindset is the belief that there is enough for everyone, including me. Including me. It's a perspective that focuses on the idea that resources, opportunities, and success are plentiful. People with an abundance mindset tend to be more generous, collaborative, and optimistic. They do not afraid of sharing their knowledge with others, even if it is for free, because they know the difference between sharing the knowledge and sharing themselves. Okay, now let's see what happens when somebody has this abundance mindset. What shows up? Belief in shared prosperity, the idea that everyone can succeed and thrive. Generosity, a willingness to share resources and knowledge, because they know that they have come empty handed, they will go empty handed. So, in this journey, in this beautiful journey, I say life is a journey of ABCD. Life is ABCD. And what is ABCD? A journey from birth to death with C in between. And C is all the choices that you make. And rather, if I connect it with today's seminar, today's webinar, C is the ripple effects of all the choices that you make. It's not just the choices, it's the ripple effect of the choices. Listen to this very carefully. Life is ABCD, a journey from birth to death with C in between, where C is the ripple effects of choices that you make. All right. So that is a part of generosity, followed by collaboration. working together to achieve mutual goal. You can see the example right here in this webinar. I am talking about something, Kalpana Thakur will be talking about something. We have other people who are part of this beautiful community, and they are all collaborating with each other to give the best to all of you. That's an example of abundance mindset. Optimism, a positive outlook on life and its possibilities. This is something very exciting. Like when people wish, when this year end comes, what we do on the first day of the year or maybe last day of this year, we will send a wish to others. We'll say happy new year. So what you are doing, you are basically wishing a happy new year for the other person. How about replacing this wish with make your new year happy? Think about this. Instead of wishing somebody happy new year, you are writing to that person, make your new year happy. Like instead of waiting for happiness to come, you are encouraging, inspiring, and motivating the other person to take the charge, to take charge of his life, to take the responsibility, being responsible to create happiness in his or her life over the next year. How about that? It's not a question of hope. Hope nahi. I'm not talking about hope or talking about wish. It's a simple way of putting the person into a zone of positivity. And imagine if that person lives throughout the day with this positive thought that let me make my new year happy. I believe that's the ultimate effect of ripple effects of positivity. You just can't beat it. You give it a shot this year over next 2-3 days and see the impact. Create your own graphics, use Canva and create a simple graphic. Make your new year happy. See what happens. Gratitude, appreciating what you have rather than focusing on what you do not have. That's what abundance mindset is all about. Appreciating what you have rather than focusing on what you do not have. Think about this. God sent you as a human being. Before that, he ensured that you live your life as a human being on this planet. So he made the planet habitable for you. Isn't it abundance? He made sure there is enough oxygen for you to breathe. There is enough food for you to eat. There is enough places for you to take shelter. Isn't it abundance? Actually, you do not lack anything. When God sent you on this earth as a human being, he made sure that everything is available to you. All the resources that you need to live your life like a human being is available. And that too available in abundance. There's no shortage of it. From here, we move to something called prosperity mindset. And before we do that, just notice all these 5 points.
Sir, sorry to interrupt in between, but our chairman, sir, has joined.
Okay.
We welcome our chairman, sir, CA Dr. Rajkumar Aditya, sir. So we welcome you wholeheartedly for joining this webinar. CA Dr. Rajkumar is a highly accomplished professional with over 40 years of experience in business strategy, professional development, and self-improvement. As the chairman of Competent Insolvency Professionals Private Limited, he is renowned as a global growth coach, author, and speaker, inspiring individuals and businesses worldwide. Sir has authored over 350 books He believes in the power of mindset and emotional management for achieving infinite growth. And as an LNP practitioner, he brings a unique perspective to coaching, helping individuals unleash their full potential. His expertise, passion, and unwavering commitment to excellence makes him a true inspiration to professionals around the world. Sir, sir, will you be delivering your welcome address, sir, or should we continue? Sir, we cannot hear you, sir. I think you are mute. Sir, still not audible, sir.
Probably you need to log out and log in again. Probably. Then some technical issue.
Sir is asking you to please proceed, sir.
Okay, so we were here in the abundance mindset. So if any of you having these kind of characteristics, you are among those blessed who have abundance mindset. And if you have not thought about it till date, I have just given you enough reasons to be in this mindset. Actually, you have no choice but to be in this mindset, isn't it? As I just shared with you, God made sure that when He sent you on this earth, it's ready to receive you, welcome you, so that you can live your life as a human being in every possible way. So you have no choice to think of a mindset or to stay in a mindset below this. You have no choice to stay in that mindset below abundance mindset. Actually, you have no choice. Otherwise, it's just why I said that are you a victim of scarcity mindset? Are you a victim of fixed mindset? Are you a victim of average mindset? And you could be a victim only because of the way you think. Your thoughts are the results that you are today. Okay, so abundance mindset. And from here, we'll move to the next one, which is my most favorite one, and that is prosperity mindset. That's the ultimate. A prosperity mindset is a strong belief in abundance, possibility, and growth. Just imagine it. Even if you don't look at the screen, it really doesn't matter. You can just close your eyes and experience the feeling about it. A prosperity mindset is a strong belief in abundance, possibility, and growth. It's about shifting from a scarcity mentality, believing there is not enough, to an abundance mentality, believing there is plenty for everyone, including myself. That's why I said your journey starts from abundance mindset. It should not be anything below that. Okay, I'll share something very interesting here for with each one of you. See, you are God's best creation, and He made sure that He cannot create anything better than you, because nothing better than you has come up yet. So till now, you are God's best creation. And if you are God's best creation, imagine what could be God's best creation would be. So you are starting your day being great. There is no possibility of good, because you are God's greatest creation. So you are automatically at the greatest possible status of your life. There's no doubt about it. So when someone asks you how is it today, how are you, and you are saying good, When you're saying good, what you're doing? You're cheating on you. You are the greatest creation of God on this earth. So you cannot be anything below greatness in your life. And that's where neuro-linguistic program comes in. It says that you are on a journey towards infinite excellence in your life. Okay. So this is the point from where you should start living your day right from today. There is nothing below greatness in your life, nothing below greatness. Now, how do you know whether you have prosperity mindset or not? Abundance mentality, believing there is enough for everyone to succeed. Positive outlook, focusing on opportunities rather than limitations. Goal orientation, setting clear and ambitious goals. Followed by financial intelligence, very, very important. Understanding money and how to make it work for you. Supremely important. Like you all of you are in a profession where money matters. And every matter is connected to money. Listen to this carefully, what I said. The profession that you are into is something where money matters and everything matters to money. So you have to have an exceptional relationship with money. And for that, you need that financial intelligence. It's all about understanding money and how to make it work for you. And the most important is giving back, sharing your success with others. When you share your success with others, what happens? Universe gives you more of it. Universe gives you more of it. And that makes you prosperous. So let's do a recap. The ripple effects of positivity. Reset your mindset. Positivity is a mindset. So what you need to do? You need to reset your mindset from scarcity, followed by fixed mindset, a better one, a more positive one, followed by average mindset, which is even more positive, followed by growth mindset, from where you actually start your journey of infinite excellence in your life, followed by elite mindset, which is full of positivity, followed by abundance mindset. There is a limit to it, limit to any resources that you need to become successful in your life. And finally, prosperity mindset. And with this ripple effect of positivity, make your life amazing. Do not expect anything from anybody. It's your responsibility, because whatever is happening in your life till now is a result of the mindset that you have and the ripple effect of that mindset. So today, with this wonderful workshop, with this wonderful session, you have this opportunity to create a new ripple effect with a new mindset. It's all up to you where you want to like to start with or start from. My request is start from abundance mindset. And that's why I asked this question when I started this whole session. That with this new awareness, what do I see possible for myself now? I know whatever I have shared with you is nothing new for you. You already knew about it. It's only that I presented this to you in a structured process, in a structured manner. So with this new awareness, what do I see possible for myself now is the question that you must ponder upon right now. Let's continue our journey of transformation together now. That's all from my side, my dear angels.
Thank you, sir, for
Over to
highlighting the ripple effect of positivity, wherein you highlighted the fact that by changing our mindset and creating an abundance mindset, we can change our lives in such a easiest way. And sir, if you allow, can I take two questions from the student side so that we can further proceed for the session? The first question is from a student who is asking, what is exceptional level of ambition and all?
Okay, let me give you one example. So, what is your name? The
Sir,
gentleman who asked this.
sir, the student's name.
Yeah,
So the student is Umesh Hungar.
Umesh. So, Umesh, I am giving a wonderful example of the answer that you're looking for. What is the meaning of the word Umesh? Just think about it. And this question is for everyone. So, you know the meaning of the word or whatever name you have. And ask yourself, what did I do today? That one activity which is aligned with the name that I have, which is aligned with the meaning of the name that I have. And now imagine if you do that every day, what's going to happen? Ripple effect. You yourself become that name that will show up in your behavior, in your action. You must be having the name which everyone has. Many people have the same name, but you will make that difference. Think about Dr. Adukya. The moment you hear this word Adukya, एक ही बंदे का नाम आता है दिमाग में. Only one, you can only think of only one person. Sorry, I spoke in Hindi. So you only think of only one person. Think of Amitabh. Which person comes to your mind? Think of Dhoni. Think of all these great people. Think of Modi. Who comes to your mind? So excellence is in your hand. And the starting point is start with your name and see what happens.
So the second question is from Nishan, who is asking, since people behave differently in different situations, does it imply we humans are able to exhibit different mindsets at different point of time? Or is one mindset strictly applicable to one individual at a time?
Okay, see, answer is very simple. You are a combination of all these mindsets, whatever I shared with you, in different areas of your life. It's your choice which mindset you want to be in most of the time. That's going to make who you want to become. So the choice is yours. As I said, life is ABCD, a journey from birth to death with C in between and the ripple effect of C. All the words that starts with C, the choices that you make is a ripple effect of that. So you can choose out of these seven mindsets which one you want to focus on. And you become a live example of that. Even that is possible. Does that answer your question? I believe so.
Yes, sir. So now let us move to our next speaker. It is my privilege to introduce our next speaker, CA Kalpana Thakur, who is a dedicated chartered accountant driven by her passion for training and making a positive impact in the lives of others. She is a seasoned finance professional with experience at Deloitte Haskin and Sells. Currently, she is excelling as a partner at Abhishek K. Jha and Company. We welcome you, ma'am. We request you to deliver your address, please, on the topic.
Thank you so much, Smita ma'am. A very great morning to all the student attending this session, Ripple Effect of Positivity. I would like to congratulate our first speaker, Pinaki Ray sir, for having such a wonderful deliberation. Our life is nothing but ABC, a journey from birth to death. And in between that, what we have is about choices. I'm grateful for Board of Studies, Chairman, respected CA Dr. Rajkumar Adukia, sir, and Committee on Education, Training, and CPD of South Asia Federation of Accountants, SAFA, for having this wonderful session. The topic, we believe that it is need of the hour. Being a faculty of MCS and OC batch, when I come across student and there's some of the query about their situation during the examination or about the interview, what I feel that this topic is something, not the topic, to term it precisely, the ideal way of life, the positivity is we have to inculcate in our life, not for you, only you, my dear student, but it is for all of us. It is needed. And when I talk about positivity, why this topic is very dear to my heart is because what I am today in my journey of being a CA student, then in corporate, and then into my practice and into this training, pursuing my passion, is the contribution of positivity is way beyond you can imagine. So let's begin our discussion. My introduction is already given. I am a chartered accountant by profession and a motivational speaker, trainer, and coach by passion. I help people on work on their soft skill, public speaking, communication, storytelling, and so on. I would like to take the discussion ahead. All the 7 mindset, what Pinaki sir has just mentioned. What do you have in your control? What you got when we talk about our life is ABC. What is in your hand? Can I have some answers in the chat box? Oh, you cannot. In Q&A, can I see some answers? It's nothing but choices which we have in our life. Everything can be taken. Remember, everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. From 3 p.m. today, what we are discussing, positivity, right? And I will again touch upon the point which was discussed by Pinaki sir, what positivity is exactly. That lenses through which you will only focus on the brighter side of your life, negating or eliminating, or you will not pay attention to what is going wrong, isn't it? And what it is, what you are actually doing. So, in front of your eyes or in day-to-day life of yours, you are having plenty of opportunity and thing to focus. But you are choosing to focus on brighter side, on the positivity. Right? What at the end of the session or during the session, Pinaki sir was mentioning, from the scarcity mindset, from the fixed mindset to move to abundance and elite mindset, what is the choice? It's completely up to you. It's up to us how we take every situation and circumstances. You'll say, if it is as simple as that, why I'm not happy then? I'm sure this question is in your mind right now. That why the hell I'm not happy at this moment? Why I'm not satisfied at this moment? Why there is a need to hear on this topic? When I'm telling you that you are having this question, I'm also having a question for you. So we are talking about positivity, right? We are talking about happiness. Tell me, according to you, or think for that matter, that to be happy in your life or to stay positive in your life, Do you want success first? Is success that precede the process of we being happy, positive, or it is the other way around? 3 days back, 4 days back, result of CA final was announced, right? And by some of you may have appeared for the examination, some of you may have been lucky to clear in this attempt, to be successful in this attempt, and some of you may not. So tell me, by looking at that successful result on your skill, on your screen, after that you are happy and positive, or it is other way around? Through this process of 4 to 5 years of being entering into this journey of chartered accountancy, doing articleship, giving exam, enrolling yourself for coaching, studying, all that, this process. So are you happy or positive in this process, or do you need that after the end of your final step, that success, that prefix added before your name? So what is your thought? Smita ma'am, can you check is chat is enabled, because I'm able to see that students are not able to reply.
Ma'am, chat is actually disabled, and students can only use the Q&A part. So I think they are writing that is needed first. I need success first, then I'll be happy.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what the answer I was expecting.
Yes, yes.
And my dear students, here I am with a proven experiment done by none other than Sean Anker, the author of The Happiness Advantage. And he has done the research experiment on many of the corporates, KPMG, like renowned name. And what is found that those employees, those are happy and in positive mind state, they are more productive than their peer. 31% more productive, 37% they produce higher sale, and they are 3 times more creative. So tell me one thing, during the process of you being a CA student, if you will approach what the positivity is all about that we are discussing, looking at the brighter side of every situation and circumstances. Yes, I'm going to be part of one of the creamy layer of our country, chartered accountants. The kind of enormous experience, exposure we get during the time of articleship. We are financial doctor. The quantum of studies, the preparation we do. Are you not feeling happy and excited about it, and only waiting for that successful result? Ask this question at this very moment, that the journey, this 4 to 5 years of journey, is only wait for that single moment. Why I am telling this to you, when I was going through this slide and when I got to remember my journey as a CA, I took one attempt in CA final, and I still remember that day. It was around 1:30 in the afternoon. I was at one of the client place. I saw my result that yes, at that point of time, it was pass and fail, not successful and unsuccessful. So I was pass. So in first attempt, I cleared second group, and in another attempt, I cleared first group. So when I saw that result, I was actually not cherishing the moment as compared to how rigorously I was waiting for it. Like you have mentioned, some of you have mentioned in Q&A section that we want to be successful, then I'll be happy. In each of the pages of my books and notebooks, I used to write CA Kalpana Thakur. And actually, I am at that point of time not living those moments happily and positively. I was talking about how I reacted to my result. So it was my parents, my friends, and colleagues, those who were more happy than me. And I was a kind of, yes, this is what I was waiting for. I didn't had lunch on that day. I didn't had evening snacks. Neither I have my dinner. And today is the time when I look back to correlate what happened is if I would have enjoyed that journey, maybe I would have cleared in the first attempt. There is a long story how everything happened. But my dear friend, my dear student, all of you will agree to the fact that life is not only about the destination, it is about the journey that we go through. And positivity is embracing that journey in a positive way, in a more fulfilling way. You will say, ma'am, all of this we are hearing, but how to have that in practice? So worry not. We are here with the medicine, the prescription which we are mentioning to have positivity in your life, how to have it, we are here with the methodology. PERMA model introduced by Dr. Martin Seligman. It was came into existence first time in the year 2011 when he introduced his book Flourish. So what this PERMA model is? It is one of the model of positive psychology about well-being of human. And what is our well-being? Living and leading a life in a happy and content manner. And there are 5 elements to this model about which we will talk little in detail. First is positive emotion, the very important and the foundation of leading a positive life. Then the engagement, relationship with others, meaning your ultimate purpose for your life, and accomplishment. The accomplishment about which we have just discussed that some of you are only, some of you need that accomplishment to be happy and positive in your life. So to begin with, positive emotion. What is positive emotion? What this first element of PERMA model says. One glass of water, or for that matter, half glass of water, this experiment or this saying you must be hearing from your childhood that whether the glass is half full or half empty. You are in which mindset? You are focusing on that half empty glass or you are focusing on that full glass that yes, maybe I'm far, little far, or I'll take one more effort to add that prefix for that matter, few couple of months more. However, I'm close to my finish line. I am into this noble profession. Maybe you are one first generation in your family. I am first generation in my family. Nobody did even a graduation. You may be in similar situation. So are you grateful? Are you happy with whatever you are having at this moment? Right now, the facility which you are having in terms of relationship, in terms of education you are receiving, the when we talk about the basic necessity of life, you have that food to eat for 3 times
Seems
as
good
per
program.
your choice, a shelter, you have a home, you have clothes to wear. Are you happy for that? Are you having that feeling of joy, gratitude, and love? Choice is yours. Where you want to keep your focus. And it is about the choices. Because scarcity mindset is not the one which attracts more. It is not the ideal state to attract abundance. I'm sure by this time in your life, you must have came into interaction with some of these successful people in your life and some as not successful as compared to few. What the common trend, the common phenomena, a complaining attitude as compared to someone that, yes, every challenge is an opportunity. You must, I'm sure, you must have been encountered. Ask yourself, and you yourself is in which mindset? The option which was given by Pinaki sir, or the point which I am putting across, what you are choosing at every single moment. And what are the strategies you should follow? You don't have to worry and fear that if you find yourself in that negative zone, for that matter, in the complaining zone, and not have looking at the brighter side, what the strategies you can have. So Adukya sir is here. So do I have to wait? Sir, would you like to deliberate?
Kalpana ji, you are deliberating extensively on a very, very positive side, on a session of ripples of positivity. And I congratulate, all those 67 participants are there, including all of us. I felt when this is a global SAFA region webinar, there should have been maybe 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs. And this committee which is organizing this webinar is both for members and students. So therefore, I was telling the officer, Madam Smita Abroad, that this is the topic which is a foundation for any action which a individual takes. So it is relevant for both members, students, and other individuals. And I heard Pinaki Reji, his encyclopedia on positivity, NLP master, and you are co-parallel encyclopedia, Kalpana ji. So I saw the website, this PowerPoint presentation of both of you. So my kudos to both of you for sparing your valuable time, and the officers of the ICAI, CA Dr. Rasmi Goel, Secretary of Board of Studies, who is also Secretary for this Committee on Education Training, CPD. So please, Kalpana ji, you carry on the discussion and then take the questions. We want each one to be 100% positive, with enthusiasm, emotion management. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, so we were talking about if you are finding yourself in the not so positive, to term it the way Pinaki sir has mentioned, not so positive zone, the strategies you should. Mindfulness. At this very moment, you are attending this session, but is your mind, is your heart and soul is with me on this particular slide? If not, then there is a need to change. Yes, because if we are looking for a happy life, to get 100%, to get the maximum out of every situation, every moment, we will have to give our 100%, our whole and soul to that moment. Then only we will get. It's हम जो बोएंगे, we will get that in return. Right? So be in the moment. Forget about the past and do not worry about the future. The best gift which we are having is the present, this very moment. Start living in this very moment. And as I was mentioning, being grateful. As I was mentioning that the positivity is something which changed my life 360-degree, and it happened when I have took a shift from corporate life, when I embraced my motherhood. It was the time I will just give a short glimpse of how it was in December 22. I've introduced to a group, those were doing the reading of this book, The Magic by Rhonda. And what it is about 28 days practice of being grateful. That whatever you are having at this moment, my dear student, are you actually grateful for it? We have touched upon this point already. So that is the state of attracting more, and that is training our mind. You will surprise to know that our mind is not meant to be happy, to live a happy life. As it was mentioned by Pinaki sir, it is meant to live as the situation comes. Similar to a firefighting mode. Oh, now the exam, let's prepare for the exam. Now exam is over. Now for interview, let's prepare for the interview. Now I have to give my best for the promotion. That's what it is meant for. And it is not my fault or your fault. It is how it is built in. And living our life into positivity and having that effect in and around our life, that ripple effect, we have to train it. And with the gratitude practice, with being mindfulness, what we will be doing, we are inculcating that habit, giving the message to it that yes, you have to stay in positivity. Now you will mention that, Pam, like the question we have received about mindset, that what is the periodicity or the time period? Similar kind of a question can be about the positivity. So is being into the positivity era for this 1.5 hour session, or for a day, or for how long? So here I'm having a video for you for this point, that how this process of positivity need to be in your life.
See, this is clean water, and this represents how you're born. But then life happens. We're told what we're supposed to do, what's not acceptable. Some people get told that they're stupid. They get told that they're fat. It's impossible to go through life without getting some scars. But then we hear that we should think positive. And that's like taking a little bit of clean water and pouring it in. It makes it a little bit more clear, but it doesn't make the negativity go away. But then you have to realize that this is how you have to be. You have to search for the positive things in your life. You have to find the things to be grateful for, the things to be happy about. You have to be intentional about creating positive relationships and an environment in your life that's positive. Because see, positive thinking isn't something that you do sometimes. It's something that you have to do all the time.
So my dear student, did you saw that muddy water? It's our mindset, it's our thought at any particular point of time when we hear or encounter any situation which is not according to us. And at that moment, normally what happens that when we tend to, as we are human being and surrounded by many people, different situations and circumstances, where how we will react is in complete control of us. But how other things, how the surrounding will turn into, is not in our control. So being in positive era is a continuous process. And when the negative thoughts comes, we are human being, we are not machine that one reset button will be clicked and you will be a positive person for forever, for eternity, it is not possible. So what we have to do, we have to be in continuous effort to be in this era. When one negative thought comes into our life, being in our mind, being about our own capability or about someone else, immediately we have to replace that negative thought with three positive thought about the same thinking, same thing about which we are thinking. Say, for example, I have not cleared this exam, CA exams. I'm not lucky enough. It is limiting belief, I must say, doubting on our own capability. Immediately, you have to replace this thought with maybe I need little more effort, and the next time I'll be able to clear. Maybe I'll get the opportunity to re-look at where I miss to look at. So that's how it is a continuous process. After positive emotion, the second is engagement. And what is engagement is? Few minutes back, I was mentioning you that you are attending this session, but your heart and soul is here together with your body. Similarly, when you are working on any particular task, or for that matter, you are studying, being a student, in the era of social media and the humongous distraction, I must say, we live in a world where every single thing around us is screaming for our attention. So, are you giving your attention, 100% attention to the task on which you are up to at any moment? Because, my dear student, the quantum of attention, the effort which you will give to your work, that will be replicated in terms of result to you. And by doing work with 100% attention will give you a message to your mind, and it is a reason of being happy and content and a source of success. Have your clear goal, identify your strength, what you are good at, and work on your weak areas. Eliminate distraction. When you are studying, be away from your phone. Have a timeline set. Otherwise, at that moment, neither you will be relaxing, neither you will be studying, and it is ultimate waste of that moment, that present which you have in your hand. The third element in PERMA model is relationship. From the start of our session, we are talking about ourselves, our happiness, our positivity, our life, how we think. But all of you will agree to the fact that we being a social animal, and we need support, help of our family, friends, and colleagues. Right? We cannot lead a life alone. And when we need that flourishing relationship, we have to be present for others at the same time. A listening ears to your parents, to your friends. When the way you want appreciation on your accomplishments, similarly, people around you, like your mother, for her effort to serve you food on time, isn't she need your appreciation? Isn't she need your time? Yes, these are the simple yet vital and essential element of your life. It will make it, turn it positive and happy. And with that, we are moving to the fourth element, meaning. Being a CA student, clearing a CA exam, or getting through a company, your dream company, I'm sure that is not your ultimate purpose. I believe every human being on this planet Earth is having a special purpose of our existence. When every day morning when you wake up, are you feeling excited to embrace this another opportunity, this another 24 hours of your life? If not, there is a need to relook what is your ultimate purpose in life. 30th December, the second last day of 2024, and I must consider one of the ideal time to think about what you have to do ahead in your life for 12 months, for 5 years, for 10 years down the line. When you'll compare your life with a student who is not appearing for, who is not opted for a CA and is doing after the graduation, normally enroll for a normal accountancy job, considering, let's take an example from a commerce background, that person will not be having that interesting or a challenging life as compared to you, because for now till the time you'll be clearing your exam, you are having a purpose that I want to add this prefix to my name. And I request all of you, maybe I am mentioning to do it early, but have this perspective in your mind that what is your ultimate goal in life. With that, we move to the last element of PERMA model is accomplishment. From where we have started our discussion, that some of you have mentioned that we will be happy and positive after receiving a positive result. So, are you not, have you not celebrated when you have cleared the foundation? When you have cleared your intermediate examination? When you have crossed every level? I'm sure you have made that, you have cherished those moments. And that's what we have to do. If we will wait for that perfect moment to be happy, I'm sure there will be only limited time period of your life. The way I have given my example, that for the day to come to become a chartered accountant, to add that prefix, I waited for 4 to 5 years long. And for that moment, at that point of time, I've realized that yes, now it is done. What else? Instead, I would have embraced that journey with positivity and happiness. I would have been able to count on more on those 5 years of me being a CA student. So that's what the 5 elements of PERMA model. And I would request you, so first was positive emotion, then was the engagement, entering into the state of flow, deep work. Third was relationship. Be available, give time to the people around you. Fourth was meaning. What is meaning of your life? What is your ultimate purpose? And fifth was accomplishment. For now, you don't have to tick all of them and start immediately. It will not happen. It is not that easy to have in your life. Start one by one and start with positive emotion. Have that mindfulness, that gratitude practice. Enjoy your hobbies. Start small and slowly and gradually enter into all the 5 elements that we have discussed. And you will witness the ripple effect of positivity in your life. With that, I will conclude my deliberation with the thought, again taking you back, that how you have to lead your life is completely your choice. Remember, the choice, your life is nothing but birth to death. And what is between birth and death is your choice. Optimist and pessimist die the same way. What is the difference They just live differently. And what do you prefer? How would you prefer to live your life? I wish all of you a very positive and enriching life ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful session. Ma'am, I think we can start with the queries now.
Yes, definitely.
Ma'am, a student was asking that can you explain us how to start our positive life? What is the first stage of it? I think you have already explained it in your this thing,
Yes.
so we can skip to the other question. Ma'am, please tell something about consistency.
Yes. Very important question, and I must congratulate who has asked this question. Consistency.
Ma'am, the student name is Sudeep.
Sudeep. Yes. So, how to be consistent, Sudeep, in our life? And when we talk about, let's take an example, being a student, waking up early every day morning at 5 a.m. Right? Are you able to do it? Let's suppose today you have decided that you want to wake up tomorrow at 5 a.m. and you will study for that period of time and you will follow this. It is a resolution for you to wake up early. And it is 99% probable that you will not wake up, you'll hit the snooze button. The question is, when you wake up at 6 or 7 or for 8 for that matter, what is your mindset? So I am jotting it down with theme of our discussion is, are you taking your day ahead with that remains of not able to attempt what you have decided the night before? Because in the process of consistency, in the process of being consistent, it is, we have to compare ourselves what I was yesterday. So what is difference from yesterday is, yesterday you are not decided that you will wake up. There was not awareness. So today there was awareness. Maybe you will take 3 to 4 more days to snooze, to hit the snooze button, but after fifth or sixth day, you will be waking on time, because that the constant message you are giving to your brain that yes, I have to wake up. And why I'm telling you this is, when we compare ourselves, when we talk about consistency, is compare yourself what you were yesterday and take a step ahead every single day. I hope that answers the question, or it is more puzzled.
Yes, ma'am. I think the answer has been delivered correctly, because he was asking the question in another chat that he was saying that he feels depressed sometimes due to lack of consistency in study, and I think you have answered it correctly now.
Yes.
So the next question is from Ankita Nesarkar. Can we develop positive emotion in logical profit and loss world?
Yes, we can develop positive emotion in this. So what was her name? Can you repeat, ma'am?
Ankita
So
Nesarkar.
Ankita, here maybe you will not like it. What I'm saying is, we are labeling the person on the other side, right? When we talk about choices, it's up to us how we look at the things, right? And we have to have that empathy, that understanding for the person on the other side. Are we not selfish for our own self when we label the other person, this world as a whole, as selfish, or that into profit and loss mode? When we point our finger in front of you, so Ankita, now at this moment, I'm pointing at you that you are selfish. You're only thinking about yourself and you're labeling the whole world as they are into their own profit and loss. So here, this forefinger is towards me. And what are this discussion which we are doing from 3 p.m. today is having that glasses. If you remember the slide Pinaki sir has mentioned, you have to leave apart that profit and loss part, and you have to focus on the positivity, because I'm not denying that you'll find the rosy picture around. You will find this at every moment. You have to be princess of your own world and only looking at the positivity. I am admitting, Pinaki sir, all of us are admitting that this is not an easy journey. But why do I have to feel bad about if anything is there on the other side? I hope that answers the question.
Yes, ma'am. The next question is how to reset mind for long-term gains over short-term and immediate pleasures.
Yes, so this
Should
is
I?
very, again, I must say, what is the name of the student?
Mohit P. Singh.
Mohit P. Singh. Yes. So Mohit, very clever question. Something which even professional and people in all sort of life wants to do it. How to leave the immediate gratification. So it is a difficult to do, but at that moment we have that our mind is not is what is the nature of our mind? Monkey mind, I'll term it. It only and only interested in immediate gratification. But when you will have that ultimate goal, ultimate result in your mind, to leave that gratification, immediate gratification aside. I forgot this 5 second rule. What is the name of that? So what you have to do is you have to count backward. Five. So now, right now, I want to study. Let's take an example, a concept, a accounting standard. After this session, let's take an example. And at the same time, a pop-up you have received that from your favorite OTT platform. Let's say, take an example, that episode you want to watch. So, what you have to do the next 1 hour, either you have to watch that episode or read that accounting standard and the message that taking the end result in mind. After watching that episode, what you will have? You will be wasting that time, plus you will have that guilt in your mind because you are giving the immediate gratification to your mind. So it will take effort to train your mind that yes, I have to do this task, accounting standard, and this is what the successful people are doing. If you'll read the book Deep Work, which I'm reading currently, so the first part of this book, where Carl Newport is mentioning about all the successful people, they are also having the monkey mind. But what they are doing, they are keeping that gratification monkey aside and they are focusing on the bore and mundane work to have that, what we say, charisma in their work, that expertise in their work. So it will happen slowly and gradually. It will not happen immediately. Like, say, for example, you are wasting your, or you are wasting is the wrong word. You are not putting your time and energy on the right thing that you are supposed to do. Cut it to 4 hours, then to 3, then to 2, and have that intermittent breaks. That yes, training this, that let's have a 90 minute of efficient study and then we'll do 10 minutes of gratification. I hope that answers the question.
Ma'am, our next question is how to deal with negativity around us and stay positive towards the study.
Again, I will mention that having the end result in mind. Here I would mention about my journey, that I belong from a family in my childhood. To sum up, from 10th standard, I was in a slum. Being a child of a illiterate parents, no one was knowing that what are the career options are available. I was the first child to do, forget about CA graduation, first child from my maternal and paternal side. And in those days, what I remember is I was having enough reasons that to quit my studies. external as well as situation at my home. It was not at all ideal. But what I was having in my mind, that end result, when till the point I was not knowing that I have to do CA, this goal, all this terminology, I was not aware. The only thing I was aware that I have to bring out my family from this severe, what we crisis, financial crisis, this adversity. That was my, what we have discussed about the meaning in Parma model. Till the time I was not knowing about CA, that was my meaning of life. When I came to know about CA, as I mentioned during the session also, CA Kalpana Thakur was written on every single page of my book and notebook. So having your end result in your mind, how you are focused, what you want to achieve.
Thank you, ma'am. Very beautifully explained the session as well as the queries were dealt beautifully. So, with this, I would like to end our today's session by thanking our both excellent speakers wholeheartedly for making this session a wonderful session. And the session was duly interactive since the students were giving their remarks in the Q&A section when the speakers were addressing for any questions. So I wholeheartedly thank our today's speakers. Chairman sir, would you like to say something?
I think this session is the world's best session on positivity, and I think each participant would be at a different level. I think I myself is at a different level after listening this, and Madam Smita, you also must be feeling different.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is the power of positivity and the ripple effect. So both Pinaki ji and Madam Kalpana, they have done a wonderful work. And I was requesting them if they can write a book on this. So more readers will be benefited. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to Board of Studies, CA Silpaji, who took a lot of effort in making this program success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank
Grateful
you.
for
Have a
this.
great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Make your new year happy.
Positive, happy and positive.
Make your
Choice,
new
and
year,
choice is yours.
and the choice is yours.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.